Okay, so we got ourselves a racing game, mixed with something of Destruction Derby. This is Flatout from none other than Bugbear Entertainment. If that name sounds familiar to you, that's because they also went out of the way to make a game called Wreckfest in its upcoming sequel. Flatout is a racing game that uses Destruction Derby elements, or whatever you can say. And basically there was also a Wii version by a complete different developer, which nobody liked. And it was basically butchered only because the team behind Flatout 3, the worst in the series, had already made that one. So this game came out on PS2, Xbox, and PC. Initially it was going to be just mainly for PC, but the company was desperate to port the game over to PS2 and Xbox by themselves. And this was enough to do well. And it became a commercial success as far as I can tell you. This game has a couple of different modes on here, like time trial. You got championship and some bonus levels, which are basically like mini games like bowling and long jump. The only way to unlock some of these courses and that is by beating each of the ranks. Bronze and silver are the ones you need to beat in order to unlock some of the stuff. But there is also gold. Each time you win, you gain money you can use it to buy new cars, or you can upgrade your car that you have. And this game has full licensed music, so if anyone's gonna stream, beware. That's all I'm gonna say. The thing is, this game got positive reception, and as of 2024, the game gained a huge major update on Steam, along with the two other Flatout games, Flatout 2 and Ultimate Carnage. They addressed many life-to-quality improvements, added in some Steam exclusives like trading cards, and also mod support for Workshop. There's not really much in terms of Workshop-wise, but it's there for you guys. I should also mention they also added in some language support, so there's multiple languages you guys can use. So here's the thing too, this game has Nitro Boost. As far as I tried to look into it, in order to get it, you smash stuff, you can use boost. You can also find some shortcuts in some of the racetracks, but I feel like there's a lack of creativity in terms of freedom, only because I think I'll go to a shortcut and then I just find out, well, you're not supposed to go that way. Even though there are shortcuts that look like they're shortcuts, you can go through some of them. But I guess they're selective, I'm going to assume. One of my issues with the game is that when you customize your car, you can't really tell like what is supposed to be improved. I mean, unlike Flatout 2, which actually shows the statistics and it shows you like what's increased and what's decreased, this one doesn't seem to really be clear on that one. Oh, I should also mention real quick, the game now has controller support for PC for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo controllers. So I recommend a controller for the best experience, because trust me, I think racing games should just be played with either the steering wheel controller or with just a controller in mind. I mean, this was a console game as well overall. I think you'll like the music tracks in this game, which I'm surprised they're still here, because you know how licensing music can be nowadays. And the courses are not bad, although you're going to need like, a pretty good car to crash through some of the shortcuts. I also, every time I play a game, any racing game, on normal difficulty, it seems like a car goes way faster than it should. Doesn't matter if I play Forza Horizon, Flatout, or something. I'm just gonna have to ask if these cars are taking some sort of performance enhancement drugs or something, because every time I go, they never seem to want to slow down. Even though if I've ever to play an easy, it's just strange to me. I just don't understand that. But you can crash to cars, which in some cases you can get nitro boosts. So yeah, this is going to be a game for you guys that I think you'll like, but at the same time, it is hard to master, and you gotta be really wise on like what cars you should get and what kind of upgrades you want. But yeah, if you get to first place, you get a lot of money, and I recommend trying to make sure you get the best upgrades you possibly can, and read through them too. It's a shame it doesn't show you like the whole thing of like, it shows what's improved and what's not improved, like how the second game is, like I mentioned. But I wish they had some sort of clarity, because all of this upgrade stuff did was confuse me. There's also like weather ones, like there's winter ones where it's like you get slippery because of ice. And there's also ones that have like dirt tracks, which again, it's gonna be right there. And there's also some creative like instruction stuff. Like whenever you go to like these things you want to break, sometimes these pieces of wood or something that's being held by a crate can actually break, and they can perform some sort of obstacle course for existing stuff. Like, say you want to go drive and there's this big crane or something, or a big giant thing, you can crash through it. Something will fall off and it'll cause some of your opponents to go scatter and whatever too. Sometimes, once in a while, you may come across a big giant storm crash of racers trying to go after you and whatever. This can easily be the worst or the best thing about it. I say worst because this could affect you. I say best because it can affect you and not you, and you can just move past it. Oh, and be careful with your car, because if you crash too much, your car can get on fire and explode. So you gotta get the best upgrades in order to make sure you win the race. But even if you do crash some tires or wooden stuff, whatever, you do get bonus money, which is good. The thing about this is that you really need to want to spend your money wisely and know which car or perhaps which type of upgrade you're gonna need. They do tell you what affects it, but I can't never tell if it's supposed to increase or decrease, because the game never made it clear. Even when I look at the statistics here, I can't tell whether it's good or bad. It's just a shame they didn't think about showing it. I'm not sure if there was a time crunch on this or not, but even if there was, I still think they should have had the time and effort to figure that out. It doesn't mean this is a bad game. People really do like this game. And the second game managed to improve a lot of aspects, especially trying to get Nitro Boost a lot easier this time. So with Flatout, I think if you guys have played Wreckfest, you might get into it. So yeah, it's Steam Deck verified, and you can use any sort of controller you want. So all I can tell you about this game is that you're gonna want to master your car, master the courses, master the shortcuts, which I recommend the shortcuts because it's the fastest way it can possibly go. Sometimes you might easily miss a shortcut only because you're trying to win, which I don't blame. But when you realize there's a shortcut in these places, then you know for sure that you should definitely take it. But some shortcuts do have obstacles like fences or some sort of wooden barricade, like a door, like I should say, only because they're in your way and it can require a lot of force to open these things. Sometimes it might, but you also be careful too, because one big mistake can fly you out of the car. Yeah, you can fly out, and that's kind of like the purpose of that long jump mini game that you'll probably play. But that's just the basic stuff that you'll see. But what I think is strange to me is that I don't think you can keep the cars that you've already got rid of or whatever. Somehow you just get rid of them, you can sell them, you get money for a different car. I do think it's a bad decision, because if you want to use that car again, you have to rebuy it. And I'm not a fan of that choice. At least other games like Forza Horizon doesn't make the same mistake as this game did, because that would not be a good sign if that were to happen. But yeah, you got plenty of courses here. You could play multiplayer, and you got all that here too. So I think you got plenty to do, even if the game is on a difficult side of things. There's not much modes in this, but it is for what it is here, and I think you'll like what it is that the game has to offer for you guys. I hope what I said helps you guys decide if you want to get the game or not, but I do recommend wait for a sale, because you can get these games dirt cheap, and I'm not making this up either. You can get them for like maybe less than $10. Doesn't matter what game. So if you guys see a game sale, wishlist it, and then you guys can play it there. But again, I think you'll enjoy it for what it is.